Hi guys, welcome to Vartalap with Aakriti. If you will keep doing what you have always done, you'll keep getting what you have always gotten. Old ways rarely give you new results. And this is true for you, for me, for everyone else in this world. इसीलिए ज़रूरी है कि समय के साथ जैसे जैसे नई चीज़ें आती हैं, जैसे जैसे नई चीज़ें होती हैं, we need to keep reinventing ourselves, keep reinventing our own potential, keep rediscovering what we have done in the past and how we can make ourselves better at every single step of our life. And ये सिर्फ एक इंसान के लिए नहीं है, ये सिर्फ प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में सक्सेस पाने के लिए नहीं है, ये सिर्फ पर्सनल लाइफ में अपने रिलेशनशिप्स को, अपने लव्ड वंस को, अपनी फैमिली को एक साथ रखने के लिए नहीं है. Reinventing is the only truth of life because even scientifically it is said that anything that is constant will only demolish. क्योंकि अगर आप देखेंगे हमारी हार्ट बीट भी ऐसे ऊपर नीचे चलती है. जिस दिन ये हार्ट बीट स्ट्रेट लाइन हो जाती है, जिस दिन इट बिकम्स कांस्टेंट, वी डाई. So change is the only constant, and today, tomorrow, day after, no matter what time you realize it, this is something that we all need to accept. And today I am discussing this topic with someone who has reinvented herself all her life. She started her career at a very young age of 15 and she became a model. Today she is Indian fashion supermodel. I became her fan when I was a young teenager and I was watching her on MTV shows, and मुझे पता है उनका एक शो आता था called Style Check, and I used to watch it and I used to be like, hey, I want to be like her, I want to be stylish and look trendy like her. Not just that, वो एक MTV VJ रह चुकी हैं. उन्होंने MTV Stunt Mania के नाम से एक बहुत पॉपुलर शो किया था. She was also the first female host of MTV Splitsvilla. She is an actress. इनको आपने इश्क विश्क और आई मी और मैं इन दोनों मूवीज में देखा है. एंड अनडाउटेडली शी इज द मोस्ट एडमायर्ड, द मोस्ट गॉर्जियस एंड hot woman in India. And I just want to tell you that when I sent this message out that I am going to go live with Deepti Gujral, I can only count the numbers. कैसे लड़कों ने एक के बाद एक मुझे भेजा. Please tell Deepti she's my crush. Please tell Deepti I've been following her since long. Please tell her that oh my god, I think she's a complete woman. So I've already disclosed the name. Today the guest on my show is Deepti Gujral, and without further ado, let's take her live and talk to her about the secrets of how you can reinvent yourself. She will be sharing something from her life. कुछ मेरी लाइफ से बातें होंगी. अगर आपकी कोई questions हैं तो please उन questions को भी लिख दीजिएगा, because we'll be more than happy to take your questions and talk to you about this. Hi Deepti.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just trying to see if my hair is okay.
You look so hot in this new hairstyle, my god.
I think it was time for change, so I did the change, and yeah, it was nice. It's a pleasant. It's nice. I always wanted to go short, and so I did it finally. One off
This
the bucket
suits
list.
you, and now we're kind of twinning.
Yeah. You always look good in short hair. I always felt you look good in short hair. I mean, I think it's been a while since you've had short hair. I've never seen you with long hair.
It's been 3 years now. I have short hair. I
Yeah.
basically chopped it off in my MTV show.
Yeah. Oh.
And yeah.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Deepti, for coming and doing this session with me.
Anytime.
I cannot tell you and express in words that how happy I am today, because I've been following you as long as I can remember. And I never had the courage to tell you this face to face, but now that we are digitally talking to each other, I have all the courage because I'm sitting in my own bedroom and tell you that I love you and I really find you
so
gorgeous and very,
much.
very hot.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
But Deepti, this is not just me talking. This is all the messages I can show you. I have like 25-30 messages on my phone. All these guys texting me, my god, you're going live with Deepti. Please tell her I have a crush on her. Please tell her that she's very hot.
Tell
and
them
stuff
thank
like
you
that.
from my side, please.
Yes. So Deepti, you
Yes.
are someone who have started your career at a very young age. You started modeling at 15.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been almost 2 decades now. You are ruling the industry and you have done many things in life. You are someone who has always reinvented yourself at every point of time. Be it a fashion week, you always look different. Be it your hairstyle, be it your personal life. As much as I've seen you, you've always grown from one step to the other.
Thank
So
you.
please tell us how you have done this, what is the secret, and we all want to know your story.
You know, can I be honest? I'm a destiny child. Nobody plans out anything in life, whether it's career, life in general. Forget about anything else. I never in my wildest of dreams thought I'm going to be a model. I was 15, all of 15 and young and, just wanted to live life and travel and, see the world and had aspirations and dreams and all of that. Okay, so modeling happened and everything, it was all very new for me. It was all a learning process. And this industry, I think it was like I think life teaches you a lot. Modeling was obviously the reason why I came to Bombay, and then work started happening, and so on and so forth. I think, and then life happened. When you're living by yourself, then you experience what life truly is, and yeah, and then I think the best of it, the best thing I can say is that today whatever I am is the amalgamation of all my experiences. I've grown up with grown out and grown into a lot of things, because I think it's all about self discovery. It's all about that you evolve. You're in different phases of your life. You start liking something, you dislike something. So I'm a byproduct of what life had to offer me and how I took it on my stride and I went forward. As simple as that.
You're right. When life happens, that's when you realize, okay, we have to do something about it. And basically, the similar thing happened with me. I was also very young, almost 15 years of age, when I did my first fashion show. So, from there, my vision of the industry was completely different. And then when I landed up in Mumbai and I realized, okay, this is how Fashion Weeks happens. So it was kind of a massive learning process for me, at least, because I come from a small city. Jaipur was not known for modeling, at least at that point of time. So you are also from Kolkata.
Yes.
From Kolkata,
Yes.
you came to Bombay. So tell us something about this transition. When was it you realized? Because I read in one of your interview, your parents were not in favor of you being a model.
Uh, like any parent would be very protective of sending their child to the industry, and it's sad. Like it's because it's out there and it's all glamorous. So people think, oh, but back in the day, it was tough for a family. I was young, and then they thought, what is she going to do? How is she going to manage herself? It's a very natural feeling of a parent to feel like that. But I think it's been I don't regret a thing. I don't regret a thing moving out of Calcutta. I wanted to, as I said, that there was this urge of doing something larger than life, to explore myself, and I wanted to get out of Kolkata. Not that I don't like the city, but it's just that I wanted to do something. I wanted to explore more. I wanted to understand myself a lot more, and see what life has to offer, and what is my true potential, and where I can really enforce that. And I was pretty mature for my age to kind of get out at that point of time and start my life again. So I would say that it takes a lot of courage. Not that I'm boasting about myself, but I was very nervous. I was extremely scared, but there were really wonderful people in my life who really guided me through and really helped me. And I think because of them, I think my part of my success, I would say immense gratitude to those people who helped me so much. And they are still in my life, and I couldn't have asked for more what life had to offer. So I think a big gratitude to all those wonderful people who helped me in my journey.
Didi, are you a planner? Did you plan that, okay, this is how my career is going to go, this is my trajectory?
The biggest laugh would be I do plan. I think my plan is going to go, in accordance with what I have. But
Yeah.
invariably, it always goes the opposite direction. It always does. So what I've started doing is living for the now, living for the present, and take whatever life has to offer the way it is. Having said that, doesn't mean that I'm going to sit on my butt and not going to do anything about it. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to be doing. And if something comes along my way, and if there is some challenges that comes along my way, it's okay. It's part and parcel of life. It's not going to be one smooth line. So you take it with a pinch of salt and get on with your life and move on. Having said that, it is very, very tough to. It's easy for me to say. It's very tough to feel. It's very tough to go through certain challenges in your life which you're not prepared for. But that's how life is. It teaches you. And in different ways, it teaches you. So I guess you have to take it in your stride and keep going forward. Because it's enhancing your personality. It's enhancing your life at the end of the day. That's the only way you can look and move forward.
Right. Tell us about a time when you actually made a plan and then life happened. And then you had to take something with a pinch of salt and then you reinvented yourself and came out of it even better and things moved on.
Can I say whatever little knowledge that I have and whatever experiences that I've gone through, I don't want to sound preachy. This is what I have been through and I'm sharing it purely from my experiences. There is not one circumstance, there's not one situation in life which has taught me to be courageous or whatever. I've had moments where I was broken mentally, and a lot of things had to happen very simultaneously, which weren't good. But there were things that I expected them to go in a particular way. Everybody has a certain kind of notion that the life will go in a direction that you want it to go into, because you feel like, oh, it's heading there. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and and you are excited about it, and you start dreaming about it, that, oh, maybe it will go this direction, and this is the way it should be. And then something happens and it takes a turn. Okay, it doesn't go the way it should be, and it doesn't, and all your dreams that you had, or you had plans, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, it doesn't work out that way. Okay, I'm not saying, again, it is purely from my experience that I'm sharing, that it is not every time I've planned something, it's not worked out in that direction. Having said that, somebody's very wise had told me this very beautiful line, saying that whoever you believe in, any higher power or higher reality or whatever, he said that there's always a reason why life is not letting you open that door, because that door is not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be somewhere else. So you have to keep trying, because maybe it's like a guiding factor, like you're giving a little bit of a nudge that, hey, you're not supposed to go there, you're supposed to go this side. So maybe you that's the only way you can experiment and try. And so I think fear, insecurity, uncertainty, not knowing, because we human beings have this habit that, or I think I would purely speak about myself, I like to know. Okay, after these 10 steps, the 11th one I know. You safeguard yourself mentally that I know where I'm going. But it's not always like that, right? It's not always like that. We've all gone through phases where we have planned something and it hasn't worked out. So fear, insecurity sets in. Then you have a feeling of not knowing, uncertainty, as I said. All those feelings creep up. And then what happens? A sense of hopelessness happens. Oh my God, I can't do this. I can't see. Then your vision gets narrow and your mind gets narrow. And then you start thinking, oh, I'm stuck. This is all I know. And this is all I can do. And this is my potential. Is this my real potential? Is this what I'm capable of doing? Am I capable of doing something more with my life? Or what am I good at? I've only been doing this all my life. Okay, so big questions come in your head. And then you feel a feeling of stuck. You feel like you're stuck.
Right.
You don't know what to do. Should and then that bogs you down. And that's where you need to really, I know it's hard. I know it's not easy.
Pick up yourself.
You have to, correct. You have to pick up yourself, or have a support system who can guide you through. Or if you don't have support system, I feel, for me, I am self-reliant. I always rely on myself. Having said that, if you have a good support system, it's amazing that, your friends, your family can help you and guide you in the direction that, there are so many options for you. And life is not limited. Life it's humongous. And you have all the potential in the world to do anything you want. You just that feeling of being stuck is something which is really, really scary. I can guarantee you that, because it really feels like all the doors are shut. I don't know what to do now. Where do I go? What should I do? But at the end of the
Right.
day, you have to, when certain things are not going according to your plan, you've got a very fixed routine. Okay, you've gotten very used to that fixed routine. You've gotten very comfortable, and you don't want that change. For example, say I'm not going to have dairy, so-called dairy. Okay, I'm not going to have dairy because it doesn't agree with my body. I'm giving you a very layman, like very simple example. But then you say, I can't let go of that chai, yaar. I love that chai with that doodh in it, and I love it, and I don't want to let go of it. Simple things like that, because the comfort is there now. Like, emotionally attached to that chai, that if I have the chai, I'm going to feel fresh. Why can't you feel fresh without a chai? Just a glass of hot water would do, right? So it's like you need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to explore more. You need to, and also don't make it like a thing. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, there is no other option. I have to go, and this is it, be all and end all of my life. No, you got to try different things, and try it in a way where you, like how a child gets excited looking at a toy. Every time you get him a new toy, he's really excited, and he keeps, wants to play with it. You have to
Right.
try different things. If you don't have clarity as to what you're good at, or what you feel, what you want to do next, or what gives you immense happiness, so you got to try, like, open that Pandora box, see what, and try different things, explore. In the process, not only you will gain knowledge, you will gain confidence. You'll gain confidence in yourself, that, oh, you know what, I could do that. It was very easy, but you know what, it didn't give me that much excitement. Maybe I should try something else. And it gives you more and more pleasure, in terms of, you get more excited and feel like, okay, you know what, I can do this. And then you start branching out, then you branch out. Before you know it, you've already come across something that you really enjoy doing, and it doesn't feel like work. It feels like another day of excitement, you know and
Right.
and it's a process. You got to give yourself time. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay to feel stuck. It's okay to feel insecure, and feeling like there is no hope, but there is always something on
This
the,
is the time.
yeah,
This at present, basically, what has happened to all of us.
yeah,
Nobody expected that a pandemic is going to come and everybody is going to get stuck in their own houses. It's been almost 6 months and we are still inside. The situation is still uncertain, and you actually touched upon the right point. This is the time with most of the people, especially us working in the entertainment
yeah,
field, walking on the runway, being a model,
yeah,
or people who are into the events business or the airlines business or the hospitality space. Our industries are shut. At least they were shut. Now it's opening up slowly. And people are feeling that uncertainty inside. There are a lot of self-doubt that happens, self-questioning happens. What is, if you don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, how is it that you come out of those situations? How is it that you try and find that, okay, this is one positive thing that I want to do? Because I see you are someone who has so much excitement in you right now. I can feel that
no,
excitement just through the
no,
camera, it's so happy inside.
it's a choice. Happiness doesn't depend upon my career. It doesn't depend on a man. It doesn't depend on. I mean, having said that, I'm human too, and I have. I'm no saint, and it doesn't. Like, also there are times when I have like a really low moment where I feel like everything is crumbling down, but at the end of the day, happiness is a choice you need to make for yourself. You should not be. You should never be attached to anything in life. I'm not saying attachment to, oh, if I lose my career, I lose myself. If I lose something, then it's something very precious to me, I lose myself. I mean, you have to keep working on yourself. It's something that, it's the choice you need to make if you want to have a mind which doesn't fluctuate. It doesn't go on a yo-yo zone. Okay, if this happens, I'm crumbling down. If that happens, I'm crumbling down. Having said that, guys, I am human too. There are days where I also crumble. There are days when I also feel sad, and I also feel like there is no hope. But having said that, I also feel that if I'm saying this, there has to be, if there is no hope, there is hope. The opposite of no hope is hope. If there is there's unhappiness, there's happiness too. So why not tap into that for the moment? And nobody knows. We all are sailing in this boat that nobody knows what is going to happen, what is not going to happen. And why should we wait for uh, for certainty? There is no certainty in life. Tomorrow I could be here, tomorrow I could not be there, non-existent. But that doesn't mean that I am going to stop living for now. So being in the present, working on yourself, seeing your shortcoming, constantly engaging yourself with positive people. If there are no positive people, if there are nothing, constantly evolve your surround yourself with positivity. It's you who has to do it. Nobody can feed you. So if you're feeling low,
Right.
call a friend, find a support system, find tools and techniques to make you feel that there are ways to kind of feel positive and motivated, and follow a healthy routine. Try to follow a healthy routine. Ask for help if there is a situation in your life and you have nothing, like you don't know what to do and where to go. Ask for help. I think there are people in this world. I have always asked for help. If I'm stuck, I'll just call up a normal friend who've not been in touch with, and I'll speak to her. It's okay to speak. It's okay to talk. It's okay to. There is no harm. So what I'm trying to say is that this is a time. It's a golden opportunity to really do things out of our comfort zone that we never thought we could do because we were so involved with work and other things in life. This is an opportunity of a lifetime to turn this situation around to something for yourself. Whether you wanted to do, wanted to study something, wanted to do a hobby, wanted to learn something online, everything. And the digital world is like huge. You can do everything by sitting at home. I mean, where else can you get that? So there are loads of opportunities for you, but you just have to work on yourself. And this constant working on yourself is not like you worked on yourself for 6 months and feeling great and everything is going to be fine. It doesn't work like that. It's an ongoing process to not dip in your state of mind, not like suddenly feeling happy and suddenly feeling low. Some small little thing has happened and you suddenly feel low. So I think it's a constant effort that you need to make, and it's a constant. I follow a routine which makes me very productive throughout the day, and keep learning something new. Also, it's very important. Keep your mind engaged.
Yeah, that's very important. Keeping your mind engaged. And in fact, I
With good
started
things.
Vartalap on good things. I started Vartalap because I was feeling low when the lockdown started. Uh, we being from almost a similar field, we know that you're almost every day going out, meeting new people, attending one event or the other, or we are traveling. And then suddenly there was a time when I was stuck inside my house with no house help. So it kind of took a toll on me, and I was not going out and meeting people, not able to talk to them. So I thought that there is something I need to do to engage my mind. And I came up with the idea of doing Vartalab because there are questions which I have in my mind, and I thought maybe some people are interested in knowing the answers. And I'm very glad that people like you are coming over on board and sharing your experience, your knowledge, your expertise on this platform.
Yeah.
In your last conversation, you spoke about one thing which I feel is very important. It's about the circle that you surround yourself with, your family, your friends.
Your support
Sometimes,
system.
if your support system. If that support system only does not feel that you are somebody who can achieve what you're saying, then I think you will never be able to go out and do what you want to do. You need to have the right support system.
That's what I'm trying to say here, that you need to be okay. Again, I'm purely talking from my experience. You need to be self-reliant. If you have a dream or you have a passion, it could be that dream is, something very far-fetched, and you feel like, okay, I don't know how I'm going to get there. It doesn't matter. It's your dream. It's your passion. It's your life. And if you want to see that going through, and if you want to see that happening, you got to keep trying. You cannot just say, you know what, it didn't happen the first try. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm giving up. I'm going to try something else. Okay, try something else. But don't do it and feel regretful that, I should have given it 100%. I didn't give it my 100%. Karna chahiye tha. if you have a support system, it's wonderful. You're extremely, gratitude to people who have support system and everything. If you don't, you need to learn to be self-reliant. And that is when what I just said, that you need to work on yourself. Because only when
So
you work on yourself, you figure out what do you truly want. And sometimes clarity doesn't come instantly. It takes time. It takes time about a lot of things. You'll make mistakes. You'll get up. Okay, you know what? This didn't go well. This experience, I thought this is going to be like this. Like certain things you say, for example, say you joined a course, okay? And I said, you know what? It was good the other way around. It all sounded very lot of fun the other way around. And now since I'm doing the course, it's too much. I'm not kind of liking it. You know what I mean? So you got to really
yeah.
try work on yourself on everyday basis. And whatever it may be, it could be a journal, it could be working on your insecurities, your fear, your attachment to things. Like you just said that the maid wasn't there and I couldn't speak to anybody and I was all by myself. So it shouldn't be the case. So what I'm trying to say is try to be self-reliant on yourself. Try to gain that kind of confidence in yourself that come what may, I will continue doing what my gut says or my instinct says or what I like doing or what I'm passionate about. Even if you make a mistake, so what? What is the big deal about failure? I think failure, I mean, whatever motivational talk shows that I see on TEDx and in YouTube or whatever,
Yeah.
so many people have failed. But through that failure, they have managed to reach successful, they've managed to find what truly makes them happy and they're successful at it. So failure is also very important. And it's not a bad thing and not to look down upon. I think enough.
What is your secret? What is your secret of being self-reliant?
Oh, honey, it took a lot of time.
If you can give some hacks to the people who are watching that, okay, these are the things maybe you can do, or these are the things you're trying.
There is no formula. I'm like a resilient person. I'm an optimist. Although I cry, I'm a crybaby, and I'd be like, this happened, that happened. But underneath it all, I pick myself up, and I'm like, you know what? It's okay. This blow, whatever has happened to me, or this situation has come up, which is positive or negative, whatever, it's happened. It's okay, and I might cry about it. I mean, if depending on how bad the situation is, so I might be like, upset and all for a week, 10 days, and then I pick myself up, and then obviously it hurts. I mean, if it's something very close to your heart or something, it definitely hurts. But having said that, again, if I believe in the theory of that my happiness belongs to me, then I shouldn't be feeling sad at all, because it's a choice that I have made for myself to feel happy and optimistic. Right. So you got to pick yourself up. You got, as I said, surround yourself with positive things. Read, evolve, learn. Keep your mind productive all the time. Have a routine, and don't victimize yourself. Oh, this happened to me. So I mean, I've done that too.
But, we all do that. It's not just you.
But if you want to really grow and get out of the zone, you gotta push yourself harder and get up and take it as a pin. Okay, it happened.
Basically, your hack is to give yourself pep talks. Talk to yourself.
You are your priority, number one. As simple as that. Always remember that. If you cannot take care of yourself, you cannot take care of anyone else. I learned very late in life, but you got to take care of yourself first. If you are mentally happy and stable and calm and composed and can think straight and whatever, little bit of a balance in your life, then I think you can kind of help others. But if you are messed up and you don't know what's going on, which is I'm not saying everything is like, it's very situational also, but always find something to kind of which helps you to rise above and say, okay, you know what, I'm not feeling too good, it's okay, but let me try something, let me ask for help, let me maybe give this a shot, whatever that might be. Right. So you have to pick yourself up. You are your bestest friend, you are your confidant, you are your parent, you need to just be your number one. You look at yourself as a superhero. This is the best pep talk I can give you guys at the midst of
Yeah.
all of this. Yeah. Because nobody's going to
And I totally
understand
agree.
what you're feeling.
Sometimes you don't even understand what you're feeling. It happens with me all the time. I get a feeling and I know that there's a feeling, but I don't know what this feeling is. So because there's this confusion, all I do is I get in front of my phone, I switch on the video and I start talking. I talk for as long as I want. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I cry, sometimes I'm
It's
angry,
all
sometimes
right.
I'm funny. But I just do it all, and then I see by the end of it, all my feelings are out and I'm normal and composed again.
So
So
there you
you
go.
can,
That's your tool.
yeah,
That's the way you handle your stress, or whatever you want to call it. Like whatever your issues are, you
right.
just deal with it like that. So you got to find your own mechanism, your own tool, or whether it's writing, speaking, talking, venting, whatever it is that you want to do, but don't let it stay in your system, because life is too short and it's really beautiful. And there's so much I want to see, and there's so much we all should open our eyes and be grateful that whatever this COVID situation has happened, has just made me realize that there are small little things in the world that we ignore. And those things are the most precious things in your life. So one needs to really, really focus on me time. And when you're
Yeah.
there is so many wonderful things around your home. It's just go for a walk, or meet somebody, or pick up a phone that you haven't spoken to a friend in a really long time. So there are a lot of things you can do. Just try that, take out that time and work on yourself, and try to gain happiness in the smallest of things in life, and then you see how things change. It's just question of habit also. Sometimes you're very habitual to get attached to everything very quickly, but learn to be objective also sometimes, and take a step back. If there's a situation that has come in your way, which you're very attached to emotionally, take a step back. Give it you don't have to respond then and there only. Give it some time. Stand back, be objective about it, think about it, and say, okay, you know what, if I don't put emotions attached to it, like how a doctor would see a patient, and if I take a step back and look at objectively what is going on, then you will find, and you will make peace with it also at some point, because there is no anger, those kind of emotions, anger, aggression, like that uneasy feeling. So you can look at it very objectively and also resolve that issue. Again, I'm talking about my personal experience.
Great insight. Just look at it objectively. Whatever
Very
is
true.
happening, write it down. Writing always helps.
Oh,
If you
writing
have a
definitely helps. Yeah, just go for go for the kill. Take out. All I'm
write
trying to say,
everything out there.
yeah, and then burn it. If you don't want anyone to see it, just burn it. Well, don't burn yourself, please. But please, like, if you feel like, whatever, that
Yeah.
I hate this, whatever, just write it down and just burn it. Like, finish it off, or flush it in the toilet. Like the drainage
It's
system
it's
might go for a
basically a
toss,
way
but
to
yeah.
streamline your emotions, because it happens when everything gets built up one on top of the other. That's when you feel like, okay, there's a burden on me, and you need a channel and energy to go out and flow it out,
That's what I'm saying.
so that you feel
Tool
free
and
again.
mechanism. Tool and mechanism.
Right.
Whatever tool you have, or a way to release, you should do that. And it's very important. Again, routine. You should never have this kind of fluctuation. Try to get into a routine of meditate, whatever you like. I mean, it could be exercise, or it could be going for a walk, whatever you want. But do something productive where you feel like, I am releasing that emotion, or writing, but make it a habit, so that you don't have this jump of an emotion, up and down kind of a thing. Yeah. I
Right.
mean,
Dipti, you started as a model, you became a MTV VJ, then you did acting, you're like a idol for so many people, and now you are also getting into yoga. You had your exam yesterday, now you are again reinventing yourself, getting into yoga. So
no,
how does this help?
I just wanted to like, it's nothing that I'm going to get into that. Again, I wanted to understand what's it all about, what's the very interested to get to an understanding of what is it, truly means. What is yoga in true essence of its meaning? What it truly means? And then it's a lifestyle. It's what you believe, and it's how you live, what you eat, or who you want to be. And gives you tools and mechanisms to kind of make you feel stable, your mind to not fluctuate so much. And in the process, you make new friends and you learn new things. And I always wanted to learn, so I just joined, and it was a good experience. Yeah,
Nice. How was your exam yesterday?
very good.
Went well?
Yeah,
Oh, you scored 90%. Ooh.
yeah, it went well. It went well.
Does it
It was
feel
just
weird
very
to go back to
theoretical.
studies now? Does it feel weird to go back to studies now when you have to study,
It was
read the
hard.
books?
I think that
Yeah?
you're not used to it, right? So it took me some time, but I think mind is a muscle, right? So you just want to train it, and if you train it right, it'll go in that direction. So it was fun. It was fun going back to school again. It was interesting. It was online any which way, so from the comfort of your
Right.
home, you can do it. Yeah.
Right. Dipti, we are in an industry wherein, not only the industry, we are in a world wherein women are always judged. We we are always killing ourselves with our own insecurities. And I'm sure people who are watching are dealing with some or the other insecurity. I am dealing with some, you are dealing with some. So in such situations, because of this conversation, I got the gist that you're really strong headed and you have a way to control your mind and get out of situations. So what do you do to get over such insecurities?
No, I'm just a normal. I'm just like another girl, Akriti. It's not like I don't have
Trust me,
bad
Dipti,
days.
it does not feel like you're just another girl. You are
No,
really strong headed, and I speak to many people. Very few
maybe
people
I
are
come
like
across
you.
maybe I come across like that, but I also have days where I'm you know I have bad days. Honestly, I do have a sense of I also feel very scared and insecure and oh what next and this and that. But I think, as I correctly said, that once you surrender, this is what I have started doing. What I need to do, I'm going to continue doing. Rest, I surrender because that's all I can do, right? Like, I can't control the COVID situation. For example, I can't control life either. I would do everything very honestly and give my 100% at whatever I do. Rest, I surrender. जो होगा देखा जाएगा. As simple as that. I don't think, I don't dwell, I used to do that earlier. I used to dwell a lot. Oh, I worked so hard and I wanted this and I wanted that. And then so many things happened in my life. There's situations and, life teaches you that, life has its own way to teach you and keep you grounded. That, not everything that you want might just come to you. Maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe you're not prepared for it. Maybe your perspective towards it is not right. So it teaches you, and then you learn, you evolve, you pick those pieces up, and then you again start moving forward. So it's not that every day is a good day for me, but I know in my heart of hearts that there has to be a reason why I have gone through so much, good and bad, not only bad, but good and bad. And there has to be a reason. There is something for me which I've not been able to see. But in the process of going through all of that, I have become this person that you're talking to today. So clearly, if those things wouldn't have happened, I would have been ignorant about a lot of things, about myself and about life, about situations, and how to deal with things when they're hard, they hit you hard, and not being able to cope with it. So maybe those things happen. It's kind of preparing me for the future, and not necessarily bad. It could be really exciting things that are going to happen. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I want to think of it that way only. But I'm just saying that this is the only way out. What is the other way out?
I agree with you what you're saying that okay, sometimes you have to keep it out to the universe and things will happen the way it is supposed to happen.
But having
But then
said
on the
that,
other hand,
you have to work on your end too. You
right.
have to do your bit too. It's not that हाँ मैं कुछ नहीं करूँगी वो the Kohinoor diamond will come to me. It's not going to happen. You got to put action in place. You got to do it. You got to surrender and do it so that
And when things don't even when you're working, you have the plan sorted and you're constantly at it and things don't work out, then leave it out to the universe. Maybe this was not supposed to be yours.
Oh, that has happened to
Something
me
will come your way.
so many times, my friend. It has happened to me so many times. Trust me,
Yeah.
and nothing has landed on my lap like easy breezy. But you got to keep at it, and don't look at it very dauntingly. Oh God, again this happened to me and this and that. Dauntingly मत देखो उसको. इतना भी मत घुस जाओ कि इतनी भी मतलब sensitivity, इतनी भी attachment मत करो कि उससे निकल ना पाओ.
Yeah.
तो अगर ये एस्पेक्ट, अगर ये फॉर्मूला काम नहीं कर रहा है, if this is not happening, कोई बात नहीं, दूसरा फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करो. But this is how you're going to challenge yourself. This is how you're going to progress. This is how you're going to, tickle your mind a little bit to find different options to do different things.
Right.
How will you tickle your mind? अगर वही चीज अगर करते हैं सुबह से लेके शाम तक, then if situations don't, if life is, it's going to be, how you're going to evolve. थोड़ा सा इधर उधर होता है लाइफ में, ऊपर नीचे चीजें होती हैं, पर होती हैं फॉर अ रीजन और अच्छे के लिए होती हैं. इफ यू गोइंग टू स्टार्ट लुकिंग इट लाइक दैट, देन यू विल नॉट फील स्ट्रेस्ड कि हाँ ठीक है, दिस थिंग हैपेंड, आई वाज अवॉइडिंग इट बट इट हैपेंड नाउ. ठीक है, मे बी देयर इज अ लर्निंग लेसन फ्रॉम दिस. लर्निंग किया, कट द कॉर्ड, मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट. ये जो dwelling into it, I've done that myself, so I'm telling
We
you.
all do that.
Especially ऐसे होना नहीं चाहिए था, and then 1 महीना हो गए, 2 महीना हो गए, like that. But you know what? Having said that, it's very easy for me to say, but I am equally like I get very upset, get very disheartened. अरे कैसा हो गया? I felt so bad because I'm very sensitive by nature, so I get like, it just, why me? And then that thing starts. But then again, life goes on, buddy. It doesn't wait for you, so you got to keep moving. As simple as that.
And you should just keep engaged with one thing or the other and constantly think of growing yourself each and every day of your life.
Yes. Dharma towards yourself. Me. Towards me first. And then everybody else. And that's not selfish.
Isn't it I was coming to that only. Isn't it a selfish thought? Because when I talk to people about it, okay, me first.
Yeah.
It's generally a stigma attached to it which says that, okay, me first means you're selfish. But if you cannot take care of yourself, how will you take care of someone else?
नहीं, अगर आप this is inculcated in us. Okay, this is like inculcated within us कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. But tell me something, even on the flight when you sit, what जान को खतरा है, right? Because they give you that security instruction that, first you put the mask onto yourself, and then even to your children, you take care of yourself, then you put the mask on your kids or your family or whoever's next to you, the passenger next to you. Why do you think they say that? Because it's life and death situation. It's not like it's happening, it's just a situation, like a normal situation, something bad happened. So clearly, अगर आप अपने आप का, you can't take care of yourself, how will you take care of others? If your mind is fluctuating and you're surrounded with negativity and you're not being able to lift yourself up, and whatever said and done, you can help others, but you have to take care of yourself first. And there's nothing wrong and there's nothing being selfish about it. It's extremely important to do that. Extremely important to do that. Because we lose ourselves in the process of taking care of somebody else, and then we regret later on that I did so much and now I forgot it. Then again there's an attachment involved. Stop being attached. The first thing. Look at it very objectively. You'll be able to find answers very easily, and you are very important on this planet. You're unique, you're special, you're kind, you're generous, you're you, and nobody is a duplicate of you. So you must take care of yourself, and if you are happy from within and if you feel stable from within, then only you can give a helping hand to somebody else. Totally. I don't know if I made any sense to this, but
you made so much sense, Deepti. You actually streamlined a lot of things, and a couple of questions which I had in my mind, they also found solutions just by talking to you. Like, you are not only this hot, gorgeous diva we see on the runway, striding down all the time, teaching people how to dress up, but you're also a beautiful mind and a wonderful soul. And thank you so much for showing us a little glimpse of it and sharing your life with us.
Thank you very much having me. It's been fun, and I've done makeup after really long, so I'm feeling really good about myself. I'm going to keep it on for a while. Being at home
Keep it
in my
on, make the world
pajamas.
burn.
Yeah, I feel really good and excited. So I think I'm going to keep this going for a bit. And thank you, Aakriti. You're doing a very good job, and I wish you all the very best. And you look great with short hair too.
Thank you so much, Deepti. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much for doing this with
Thank
me and
you.
sharing all this insight with us. It was
Thanks.
absolute pleasure talking to you on Vartalap.
Same here. Same here. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's kind of logged in and watched me speak.
Watching.
So enjoy yourself and stay positive and lots of love. And we shall pass this too. Big kisses.
Dipti, people really enjoy it because I see the number is constant since the beginning. People are not dropping out and coming in. They're watching it because you're talking something which people relate to.
I hope so, but I'm just saying, guys, that this is purely from my personal and life experience I'm sharing. And there is no harm in sharing it because it's important that we all are, sailing in the same boat right now. And if my experience, that's what I said. I don't want to sound preachy. This is what I have went through. I've also had, as I said, had a bad day, good day, days of insecurity, fear, restlessness, all of that. But this is how I coped. And if somebody can, get benefited from this, and if they feel like, yeah, okay, you know what, it's normal, actually. It's very, very normal to feel what you're feeling. But what I'm trying to say is that don't sit on it and don't victimize yourself. You need to pick up yourself, be self-reliant, and get going in life, because life is too short and is really beautiful, and we forget the small things in life that we should be grateful for, because those things are something which you can't buy with money. And those feelings, those emotions, those loved ones that you want to share your life with, or have family system, support system. So all of that is very important, and never neglect that, because that will give you so much of positive energy and positive vibes that it can only take you forward. It can't take you backward. It will always take you forward. So you figure out what are those small things in life that keeps you excited. And that is the key to success, I feel, for me. Because I learned it late, but this is what I feel, like small little things. Even having a cup of tea or having a nice chat with a friend of yours after really long, even that is lovely. Do one thing a day that gives you immense amount of joy. Must try. It's a habit. Make it a habit.
Make it a habit. Do one thing that makes you happy that particular day.
Immensely.
Great insight.
Yeah.
Great insight. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dipti.
you.
You're
Aakriti.
wonderful.
I said bye to you twice.
I want
I'm
to do
gonna
this
log
again
off.
with you sometime. I want to do this again with you sometime.
Absolutely. We'll do this one more time. Just before the the whole lockdown gets lifted, we should do this.
Absolutely, we'll do it.
All right.
Thank you for being
Take
here.
care. Bye. Bye, guys.
Lots of love.
Thank you.
So, guys, that was the amazing, gorgeous Deepti Gujral. And one brilliant takeaway: find that one thing, do that one thing that gives you happiness each single day. And also, I personally feel you create happiness. Happiness is something that you can create. Look forward, create something for the next day or for this day which gives you happiness, which you can look forward to. This is something which I've started doing, especially in the lockdown period, and I hope you like this session. I will be back again next weekend with some other guests discussing some great insights and the topics of your choice. अगर आप चाहते कि मैं आपका कोई क्वेश्चन, आपकी कोई टॉपिक पे बात करूं, तो प्लीज मुझे वो डीएम कर दीजिए. I'll be more than happy to take your topics and talk about them. By the way, वार्तालाप with Aakriti is live on Instagram. आप इसे वीडियो में देख सकते हैं on YouTube, and चैनल का लिंक है मेरे Instagram अकाउंट पे. And you can also listen to us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and several other places. I have all the links dropped down. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon next week. Bye bye.